Welcome to the Midnight Run. We're honored by your attendance. Your host, Denobi2.
Oh, right. We're back. We're back, folks. Oh, how is everybody? How are the kids? How are the relatives? How are the in-laws? What's going on? Hello, everybody. I know it's been a while. It's been a while, but I tend to emerge when there's panic and mayhem and chaos, and especially when there are golden opportunities of I told you so. Agent Silver Fox, morning. I thought you well, Anakin. We're gonna have some fun. This is it's gonna be an unusual midnight run. We're gonna middle of the week, right? Most of my audience, they're probably gonna catch this on the way to work or something. So we're gonna have some fun tonight. Look, I got notes. There's a lot of good stuff to talk about. Wow, that was different. Hello, Ash Chase. Welcome. I know it's been a while. I haven't done a midnight run. I haven't done an official midnight run in a while, and I figure with the community falling apart, the collectors are pointing fingers. We're like on the brink of civil war between toy companies and invoices and tariffs, and it's been one big shit show. So I'm here. When the pain, the anger, and the frustration starts to bubble up at the surface, I tend to manifest. Checking in from Manchester, United Kingdom, 8:02 a.m. Oh, well, that's awesome. Good morning, good sir, Dave. Checking in from Chicago, 2:02 a.m. Welcome, Net Effect. Thank you for checking in. I love it. I always enjoy when you folks from around the world check in. It's always nice, especially during the midnight run. Nate, what's going on? There you go. The myth, the legend, and we too will join up soon. Yeah. So there's a few topics, right? The main event is that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about Hot Toys, Darkside Anakin, and the trouble and the chaos that it has stewed up, I guess, so to say. So, but I want to knock out one quick topic before we get to the main event. Let's talk about. So, you guys know I'm a big fan of Tomy, right? Tomy, they just recently had their Klingon D7 campaign to back that, and they just launched their newest one. So there's like two design teams with Tomy. There's the Starship diecast team, and then there's the Hollywood vehicles, and a few of the team members bounce back and forth, but for the most part, they have their own team for the Hollywood vehicles, and then they have their own Star Trek team for the Star Trek ships. So this just launched off. This was the 23rd, so today, and it has a small goal. This is one of those products where I don't know how successful it's going to be. How many folks out there are huge fans of Knight Rider? I remember seeing Knight Rider reruns in the 90s, in the late 90s. I think that was the last time I was devoted to that specific IP. There hasn't been a lot of toy companies that have focused their attention other than Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels, Mattel, they've always done little Hot Wheel versions of kit and so forth, but this is the first time that we're getting a 1/10 scale. 1/10 kit, it's a replica from Knight Rider, and if any of you took a leap of faith in backing the Tomy diecast 1/10 scale DeLorean, you know the quality that Tomy puts into their diecast vehicles, and they spared no expense on this one. At first, I was skeptical in the last couple of days. I didn't think that kit was going to get backed, but they lowered the goal. They they only need 1,500 backers, or 15. They only need a minimum of 1,500 to move forward. That is such a small batch. So even if they end up with just $1 million in funding, it's a small batch. Kaiju Daddy checking in. Well, from Tokyo, right? Tokyo, Japan. Ramen Toys is making a 112 kit in Michael Knight. Okay, very nice. Okay, under 350. So 112 scale. So that it's a bit smaller than the 110 scale Knight Rider here. This is one of those situations that a lot of toy companies have not made a 110 scale, so it's hard for us collectors to wrap our minds around a vehicle of this size. This is a tough one because it's expensive too. They're asking $400, $399 plus $50 shipping plus your sales tax. So you're looking at $500. So it is a huge pill to swallow. I'll be back in one. I'm a huge fan. I really enjoy collecting Hollywood vehicles, especially Knight Rider. This is something that I don't think is going to appeal to a lot of collectors. I'm just kind of throwing it out there because we seem to be entering an era of toy collecting where we're going into smaller batches, right? I get it. Everybody's struggling. Everybody's financially pinching pennies. It's a shitty year, and toy companies are still going to make their products, high-end products, high-end figures, vehicles, and so forth. And what we're going through right now is an era of small batches. So when things bounce back up in the world, or in the US, wherever, these products that came out during this era, during this period of just small batches, right? This is where you make the money. Instead of sinking your money in Hot Toys, trying to flip to sustain yourself, it's these type of campaigns that are producing small batches now that are going to be the big winners in 1 to 2 years. Another example of a small campaign run is the Haslab Republic gunship. Right? It barely cleared 10,000 units. I mean, it's second in backing, right next to Jabba's sail barge, because Jabba's sail barge is what, 8,500 units, 8,600 units. And so we've all seen what Jabba's Haslab sail barge is going for on eBay, 2 to 3 grand. So even though a lot of folks didn't believe in the Haslab gunship, it's going to go down in history as a grail. It just is, as a small batch of 10,000 units. So, and then again with Tomy, the D7, that was another small batch. So I'm just throwing it out there. I don't think this is for everybody. I think everybody's overwhelmed, swamped, and so forth. So I just kind of wanted to just throw this out there and just kind of get your thoughts on something like this. I mean, this is expensive. The Tomy DeLorean 110 scale was only $299, free shipping, but you still paid sales tax. So it's a huge price jump within 2 years, which is wild. It would sell way better with a Hoff figure. Loved Knight Rider as a child, but wouldn't collect it. Yeah, see, this is one of those situations where everybody enjoyed the show, but are you willing to put your money where your mouth is? Is this something that you'd be committed to, and so forth? People who love Knight Rider are near retirement. Well, that could be said about Star Trek too. Less disposable income. I wouldn't count on these being as much of an investment. So that's a huge statement there, because Knight Rider was an '80s show, so it would be more Star. But I guess maybe it's not a fair comparison, because Star Trek is still somewhat active in the zeitgeist. It's still in people's minds, versus we haven't had anything really popular with Knight Rider. So yeah. But they're going to continue with their Hollywood vehicle lineup. I threw in my hat to Chris from the design team. I told him I want to see a high-end 1/10 scale Herbie the Love Bug. I think that'd be really, really awesome. Or the White Lotus from James Bond, the submarine transformer Lotus. I think that'd be really, really, really cool. Yeah. Yeah. What I wanted to do something else before I get to the because we were on the topic of Haslabs. So for those of you who had backed the Haslab Cantina, there's been several videos out there, unboxing videos and so forth, reviews and such, and not to cast any a shade on the current videos out there, but the Haslab Cantina is one of those products that is extremely overwhelming. And if you're not an experienced videographer or someone really good with editing, you can really botch the presentation of the Haslab Cantina meter, because I've seen hold on. You guys are distracting me. I'm doing a monologue here. Did you change your layout? I didn't change anything. My Rancor is still here. The hell, what are you talking about? It's right there. You just can't see it. See? Right there, my Rancor. What are you talking about? Don't compare me to these other flaky ass collectors that are cannibalizing their collections to afloat. Don't make me start pointing pointing fingers. My collection is still sound. Unlike other YouTube collectors out there, I know how to manage a Google spreadsheet, and I know how to manage my finances. So what was I going to say? Oh, yes. So the Haslab Cantina, where I've seen several videos, and people are putting their cameras inside like the corridors, and it looks like shit. And I read the comments in the unboxing videos, and people are like, "Oh, I'm glad I passed on it," or "I'm glad I didn't get it." And the Haslab Cantina is just one of those products that it really needs to be presented fully realized, fully, where I don't want to mention a channel, but there's just one channel where one unboxing video that has Lab Cantina, they didn't even splurge for the deluxe. They just got like the half-ass version of it, and they got it looked like their iPhone or something, and it just blurry shot, and it just looks like shit. It just does. And I haven't been able to find a video of the Haslab Cantina where the product is actually presented with its fullest potential. I may do one. In fact, you can actually see my Cantina down there. I like the Cantina. The Haslab Cantina. I saw the scope and vision when it was first presented, and it was just one of those things where it can test my skills in USB hacking, where I can fully illuminate it. So I'm not going to ramble too much on it, but I just wanted to show you just a couple pictures of what I've been able to accomplish when the Cantina is presented in its proper way. No Photoshop, no photo editing. It's nothing like that. But let me see. Like, let me show you here. So, where is it? Right here. Right here. Okay. So these are just some photo shots that I used with my Google Pixel, and just when I started this USB, and I'm probably about 70% because I'm not completely finished. And being able to realize and illuminate, because when I first saw this, I'm like, oh my God, like Hasbro left this open to the collector's display interpretation, meaning like if you're willing to put in like the LEDs and stuff like that, you can really truly make this pop. And I haven't seen an unboxing video or something like that that really shows the true potential of the Haslab Cantina. Like, it's just like I'm just like clutching my pearls, like these people are like, and there was one review from one individual where they were just bitching about how many parts and pieces, and I go, like, you're missing the point, right? You're missing the whole point of it. Nate, you're jumping in as I'm monologuing. I'm trying to be positive on the Haslab Cantina, but as I'm going through the photos here, and you can just it's not complete. Like my Haslab Cantina is going to have a ceiling, and anything that has the opportunity to be illuminated, I want to illuminate. Like for example, like the little LED lights on the panels. Every cocktail table has its own power source, so I built it on a 4-inch wooden platform so that I can drill and then just run the wires. So I'm not using little button cell batteries. Like, no, everything here is USB powered and such. So I just wanted to share this because Nate, just like I haven't seen anybody else like on YouTube actually show what the cantina is possible. This is just a side angle. This is just just this is from the stairway, from the like the droid sensors going down. And when you really see this realize, you're like, man, this is really cool. Like I haven't seen anybody else on YouTube show what the cantina can really do.
Wow. Look
Check it in at 8
this.
London. It's not 8 a.m. It's 8:17, isn't it, Mitchell? Come on now. Come on now. Don't come on. 8:17, Mitchell. Come on. You got to be accurate here. And I should subtract points from that thumbnail photo. He has John Delancey Q from that god awful fucking Picard season 3.
I remember.
He got no negative. No. What scale is this? This is a 3 3/4 inch scale. I just haven't seen anybody else really present the cantina in the proper way. So I'm just kind of showing you what's here. And this is just an angle from the bar and so forth. But anyway, like, look at this. Like, once you add a seal into this thing, like, this is the shit. And everybody else had like blurry photos, or dark video. And one person, I don't even want to say the gender because you know who it is, where they just, they like, it was just, it was like dark. It's like they were filming it with the lights turned off. And I'm just like, what the fuck? But anyway, the Haslab Cantina is an awesome diorama, and they really, I think, went above and beyond. Doesn't this look cool? Like, wouldn't you want to visit this, Nate? Like
Dude,
when you see
it looks like the real deal. Like you want to transform into a 112, right? Is that 112? Yeah.
Yeah, 3 3/4 inch, so 4
Yeah,
inches, just under 4 inches. So it's slightly just under 112 scale, but yeah. 518 from down under. There you go. But anyway, wow. This was something that, and I may end up doing a video, but just like I wanted to show you like the little.
You should for real.
Like
you should.
I even went above and beyond because I to find warm LEDs to simulate sunlight coming in from the window. You can kind of see from the window, and then the like the little LEDs on there and such. You can kind of, I don't know. To me, this is like a fun, like where I'm going with this. I'm going to segue into Hot Toys. It's products like this that spur my imagination, that I have fun with, and it enables me. It puts me. It makes me feel like a kid in Christmas looking forward to a product, right? It's these other companies that have been grabbing my attention, not Hot Toys.
Ooh.
Hot Toys has not been stirring my imagination. Hot Toys, if anything, they've been annoying me. They've been very overwhelming. I haven't experienced joy, fun from a Hot Toys product, except maybe the Droidica, which I did. USB hack. I did. I have it on the floor here, which is going to go in the Droid Center. So I mean, other than this, right, like that.
Oh, look at that.
So I did USB. I did USB hack the Droidica, but this was like the last thing that arrived from Hot Toys that made me happy. Right, we're spending a lot of money as collectors buying these products, and I've reached a point where I'm not going to quit Hot Toys. Right, I'm not going to gonna punk out like or tap dance like certain collectors, and I'm not
you not tapping out. That's not the Denobi way.
I don't have to. Because I know how to manage a spreadsheet. I called a lot of this disruptive behavior from Hot Toys over a year ago. Right? It's all archived in YouTube, So the fact that everybody has their panties in a pinch now, because a Darkside Anakin has just been announced versus collectors who got cucked over and ended up spending a mint, every time I say the word cuck, we should take a shot. I should be drinking here. But chaos, mayhem,
I'm a little tipsy myself, so
nobody told these fuckers to go chase a $1,500 artisan rooted sculpted hair Anakin. Nobody, Nate, nobody.
You did it. I told you it was gonna look good.
Yeah, I had to put the weird soundtrack so that it doesn't get flagged.
Non-copyright. I got you. I told you it was gonna be good. I told you.
But that's the consensus within the community, right? Everybody, everybody's is in panic mode. Look, we're in the holidays. Right? Technically, the holidays they don't start till October 1st. Fuck it. I was at Home Depot 2 days ago. They're putting up Christmas decorations already. They're not wasting any time. We're official. We are in holiday territory. So it is what it is. Everybody's in there. Everyone's in the business to balance the books. Everyone will balance the books before December 31st. What's up, Demon X343?
Demon.
There you go. That was something, that meme, that Spaceball meme was something that me and Nate had talked about, and I go, that's exactly how the community feels right now.
Oh, Denobi.
And then the toy company.
Which toy company? Which one?
We were talking about how the toy companies are just freaking out. Sideshow. They're trying to cram that scum and villainy line down people's throats, that shitty, crappy figure quality that they're known for. Look, I'm excited for Darkside Anakin. I am. Let's get to it. Let's just right into it. So Denobi. This is what's that?
Before we start, I just remembered the 2 memes for you.
Which one?
Okay. Yeah. One was the Tony Stark one, right?
Which Tony Stark one? Which version?
When he's talking to what's his name? Spider-Man. Talking to Spider-Man.
Oh, that's not one of my favorite memes. Where he's like, "Don't do what I want to do. Don't do what."
Yeah.
I don't like that one. That's yours. You can have that one. Oh,
okay, that's mine.
Okay, that's yours. That's your meme. I like the Spaceball meme. The Spaceball
meme. Are you still doing the one with the oh wait. If you already did it, you already did the other meme we talked about? We'll get to that. Like, I don't want to spoil the audience if you already did the other meme.
Don't ruin it. Don't bring it up.
Let's get back to Hot Toys. Let's go.
Don't bring it up. Yeah. Don't bring it up. All right. So first of all, you guys already know that I have the original Darkside Anakin, sculpted Anakin, that was released in 2017. It was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. And 2017, and you had to pre-order it on Sideshow's website, and you could only pick it up if you attended the show, right? And then once they filled a quota, any leftover stock was actually then sold on the website,
At the
which
site.
was still
That's
available.
where I was able to get it. That's where I was
Yeah.
able to get it. Mhm.
Yeah. So that, I mean, that was quite, I mean, that was 2017. That's almost 10 years ago, right?
I was there, Gandalf. I was there 3,000 years ago.
So I have a rule about 2.0s, right? If
Mhm.
Hot Toys decides to make a 2.0 and they're approaching within a 10-year mark, a decade, right? I think it's fair. I don't think it devalues the original within a 10-year mark. There is always opportunities for technological advancements in R&D, materials, soft goods, etc. So this particular Darkside Anakin 2.0, I welcome it. It does not bother me. I still have the original right next to my Rancor. I never intended to sell it. It's always been one of my favorites. It has sentimental value just because I feel like it's been so much with me. It's been and it's like if I ever need to sell anything, right? I have certain things that I can sell, and then I have certain things that are just protected, right? They're like I explained to Nate. Nate, I have certain pieces in my collection that have diplomatic immunity. Oh, I need that meme. Oh, let me write that right. Let me write that. Diplomatic immunity. Here we go. That's a good meme. I'm gonna grab that one. Diplomatic. That's from, is that Die Hard 2 or 3?
Oh, that's right. We did talk about that. I think
That was it.
That was
Is that
yeah.
2?
Was that Die Hard? I think it was Die Hard 3, right?
No, Die Hard 3 was with Hans Gruber, the brother and
The
stuff.
brother.
The Die Hard 2
Oh,
was
that was Die Hard 2.
no,
Okay.
bullshit. I bet you. Wait a minute. I just figured it out. Let me see if the audience can figure it out. I know where it's from. Anybody that gets it, they'll get points. I'm gonna wait 5 seconds. Oh, Rusty got it.
What?
Lethal weapon. Lethal weapon. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
What up?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
The correct answer. What
Yep.
is Lethal Weapon 2?
2. Yep.
Lethal Weapon 2.
Not leather weapon. Rusty, are you drunk as I am? Because I would have wrote.
Yep.
Oh, we lost you. We lost you, Denobi. That was like a webcam thing. There you go.
There you go. I'm back. I don't know why it does that crap. But yes, Lethal Weapon 2. Diplomatic immunity. And I wrote it. That's a good meme. So
no, I think we talked about that. That was the other meme.
That was the other meme.
Yes.
That was the other meme. Yes, because everybody seems to be cannibalizing their collection.
Yes.
And people always ask me, hey, are you going to sell this piece? Are you going to sell that? And I go, no, I have certain pieces that have diplomatic immunity. Like if I ever need to raise capital, if I ever need to, trust me, in this collection, they're embedded, right? There is certain things that I can sell. But that who brought up the Rancor? The Rancor, I promise you, has diplomatic immunity. The Rancor, I don't need to sell it. It has diplomatic immunity.
Rise and a resale right there. Yeah.
Now I do have an exchange clause for 2.0s. So
like your Mark 1 Iron Man.
There you go, which can then be applied to the Darkside sculpted Anakin. So if I'm going to invest in a Darkside Anakin that's hovering above a droid, then the emotional bondage of the diplomatic immunity gets revoked, and then I would probably end up selling this guy right here at loss. It's no longer needed. I'm not going to have two of the same displayed. I have only a finite amount of space within my module cases. Real estate in my room goes at top priority. It's top market here.
Okay.
And I know collectors out there, when they're managing their displays in their collection, stuff like that, they end up putting them back in the shippers and they set it and forget it in the garage. No, I'm not in the business to set it and forget it. if the
Well,
Anakin goes back in its box,
I think it's like a merry-go-round of figures.
yes. Yeah, I
Run
always
out.
wanted to. Yeah, I always wanted to. I always wanted to run my collection, my room, kind of like a true field museum, like a true where they have a rotating display exhibit, and then they have their permanent exhibit, and that's the way I've always tried to run. So if I sell anything, it's usually because there's something new that's been released, bigger or better or whatever, or it's just I've lost interest in said product. Darkside Anakin would be something that would then force me to break the diplomatic immunity on the current 2017, and I would sell it at a loss. It's not even about making money. It's that it's going to go into storage, and I'd rather just use the money, whatever I can get out of it, if I could even break retail at that point, and then just get something else at that point. That's how I manage my collection. That's something. So I am truly excited. I know folks out there aren't too happy about another Anakin being. Where can I get? Oh, it's on Instagram, isn't it?
I want to say you don't have Facebook, right? So
No,
you
I don't
will
want
have to go to okay. You will have to go to Instagram. There you go. There you go.
Is it on here?
He is. There
Instagram.
he is. That's my king right
Yeah,
there.
and
There he is.
I at first I thought that this was just a reissue,
Okay.
but Nate, this is complete from head to toe, complete overhaul.
Yes, 2.0 all the way.
It is an official 2.0. Even the droid is different. Like you know, I've granted amnesty and immunity to droids, Star Wars droids. They're always going to be allowed. Star Wars droids are always going to be allowed to have refuge, right? They're always going to be able to have that protection in my room, except one Star Wars droid. There's only one Star Wars droid that'll never enter this room.
You want me to answer? Or you want the fans to answer it?
Let me see if the fans will figure it out. There's one droid that is not allowed to enter this room, but for the most part, every other Star Wars droid will always be granted protection. They'll be, once they enter the room, they'll be, presented with a new identity, a new family, a new display.
New family.
Did you see the artisan version RSVP? Artisan version V. What's she talking about?
The artisan version, the Darth Vader artisan version. Remember
yes. Well, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that. Yes,
we'll get to that. They need to settle down, Nate. They need to calm down.
I know. They're so impatient.
No, they need to calm down. Come on now.
They're so excited, though. They're so excited.
I know, but you got to give me time to wag my finger at the collector who overstepped their bounds and ended up dropping $1,500-$1,200 on a Darkside Anakin because they couldn't wait. They just had to have it, right?
I think we got a winner. I think we got a winner.
Who got it? There you go. Dark helmet. There you go. Chopper. Chopper is absolutely banned from this room. He's never ever going to ever be allowed.
Not the war crime droid, not the war crime droid, Denobi. No, come on now, you need some war crime in your collection.
Dave, what Dave Filoni has done is on the same catastrophic level as J.J. Abrams. Like it is a shit show. It's a train wreck.
I can't say that because at least Dave Filoni is still making content. All right, that's
yeah. So we don't know what the price. I'm guessing what $350, like $300 is the new Hot Toys price on this guy right here, right? We don't know.
Wait, you don't know about the price?
Has the price been released?
Yes. So here's the story, Denobi.
Yeah.
When this was dropped around midnight, 1 o'clock my time in the morning, when I sent you the post and I sent you when we talked at 3 a.m, what have you, this figure was available for pre-order at Sideshow for $310. It was in my cart. It was good. It was going to be $359. I did not make the purchase because I was going to wait it out. Then around 6, 7, a few hours later, right when we start waking up, Sideshow pulled the plug from this and put it as RSVP. They jumped the gun too early. with this piece. They jumped the gun too early. Now there is a theory that's going around that the Artisan Darth Vader, right, is the alternate version to this piece. This is the sculpted version to that piece, and it has not been revealed yet or released yet to the public. So Sideshow had put this too early, and Hot Toys did not want that. Like, no, relax.
But wouldn't the Artisan version of this one be the one that was released in Japan?
No. This the Artisan version from Japan's is a whole different piece. This is a brand new piece with brand new head sculpt.
Can we speculate of what it? I mean, when I think of Mustafar, because it's Darth Vader, right? It's
Darth
Mustafar,
Vader.
not Anakin. It's advertised as Darth Vader.
Yeah. So it's pretty much you know how Hot Toys did the Anakin version sculpted and when we talked about the Darkside edition of Anakin Skywalker, Darth Vader, Toy Fair exclusive, and I think we're in a similar veins with that.
But the only time we ever see Darth Vader in Mustafar is when he jumps off of the operating table, right?
So there's another theory right there, is that this could possibly be
isn't that already in pre-order?
No, this is a Darth Vader Artisan edition.
So what would be So you're pretend I'm a year one collector here who just came out of 2020. What could possibly be Artisan about Darth Vader on Mustafar, since he's burnt and he's Vader? What?
Yeah, the moment where he's climbing the damn freaking
where he says, "I hate you."
I hate you. Yes, that's the theory. Yes,
well,
that's
what would
another
make
theory.
an Artisan? Like, I don't
the
like
hair. The hair.
The little couple strands of hair that survived the fire.
Yes, there's a theory about that. But the thing is, remember, Anakin Skywalker became Darth Vader when he killed Mace Windu and got brought in from Palpatine or Sidious. Henceforth, you'll be known as Darth Vader, and his path to the dark side went from.
He was on Coruscant when that happened. This is
Jedi Temple. This is Mustafar. I'm just saying he was known as Darth Vader since the siege of the Jedi Temple and made his way to Mustafar. This could possibly be a battle damage version, the more weathered version of Darth Vader in his Anakin form during the events of Mustafar.
You know who's gonna. This is such a clever market employ, because my red flags are going off, and on this Darth Vader Mustafar Artisan Edition, I'm genuinely trying to justify what would make Darth Vader, not Anakin, Darth Vader in the suit, in Mustafar, because the only time we ever saw him in Mustafar, well.
You're emphasizing too much on the suit. Remember, Anakin, Darth Vader had an.
He was already Darth Vader. You're right. So it could be. So do you think it's this is like? Do you think it's Do you think it's the it could be where it's the
yeah, but Epiphany.
You think it's the rooted hair version of Anakin on the droid, because he's technically Darth Vader and he's
yeah, my new empire. There you go. Remember, he was aura farming Darth Vader.
You want him, but again,
made. So
what would make it different from the hot toy collectors that got cucked in forking over all that money?
Remember, that's amalgamation.
So am I correct to my new empire? Am I correct to assume that Hot Toys is potentially gonna fuck over the collectors again?
This ship's unique design suggests. Huh? Oh, come on! You gotta admit this is cool! Just like a movie! The robot will emerge dramatically, do some damage, thrones of screaming people, and just when all hope is lost, Syndrome will save the day! I'll be a bigger hero than you ever were.
You mean you killed off real heroes so that you could
Pretend to be one? Oh, I'm real. Real enough to defeat you! And I did it without your precious gifts, your oh-so-special powers. I'll give them heroics. I'll give them the most spectacular heroics anyone's ever seen! And when I'm old and I've had my fun, I'll sell my inventions so that everyone can be superheroes. Everyone can be super. And when everyone's super, no one will be.
So everybody ends up with a Darkside Anakin? Because when everybody ends up with an Artisan Anakin, Nate, nobody's special anymore. I mean, is that what's happening? What's, you know, who was the dealer? We need to start pointing fingers. Who was the trade dealer in supplying Artisan Darkside Anakins?
The worst one was Pop Collectibles, because they had some resale values like crazy, like no tomorrow.
What about Kaiju Daddy? Is Kaiju Daddy like that one guy, like Red Reddington? I mean, look, does Kaiju Daddy have the blacklist? You know, is Kaiju Daddy Red Reddington? You know, right? Because I'd like to know who are the cucks that overspent. The blacklist of the YouTubers, right? That got on their knees and went, right? Kaiju Daddy, I know you're in the audience. Look at him hide. Look at him. All of a sudden, he has a bad connection.
I can't believe he's that freaking blacklist. Oh my god!
No. The
E list.
Yeah,
but
maybe
the E list. You making a reference to the E list?
I want the blacklist, right? I want James Spader. I want, it's like, I want to look to Doe. All right, these collectors don't want to be known. They decided that they needed the artisan in their lives. On my list.
Oh God!
Someone delete the list.
Someone deleted the list. That's what happened.
The list. Right. What is it, Mama? Come here. What? Hold on. What?
Oh God.
Yeah. So
wow.
You know the blacklist, right? I know Kaiju Daddy has a copy of that.
Oh God.
No.
Wow.
Who were the? Someone deleted the list.
That was a good one.
Someone deleted the list.
Someone censored the list. No, we got a list though, right? But it's completely censored. All blacked out.
Who do we? I mean, is it? I mean, think about it, Nate. If you wanted to acquire the blacklist, right? How would you go about doing it?
Go about going through Facebook. Like, there's plenty of groups out there you can talk to find out what. Oh,
no, there's an easier way. There's an easier way to get to the blacklist, right? Come on. You can do. There's an easy. Huh?
What, YouTube?
YouTube, of course.
The content creators. Is that what you're trying to say?
The content creators, right? Who are the cucks that overspent, right? It's not that hard.
Oh shoot, the Nobi.
It's not that hard.
Summer fan. Hey, Summer fan. Oh wow.
Justin's collection. He's the biggest show. Will Fox and Friends. That's no big surprise. He even tells you how much he cucked over. What, $1,500? Look at this subtitle.
$1,500?
Or I think he does. Like, if you look at let me see what the credits. Hold on. I think he says it. I think he just knows because people are gonna. Let me see. If you look at the a bit nervous, but today we're gonna embrace our fears. Before we get, I think he says it in his credits. Like, subscribe. Let me see. I don't want to click on his video. I don't want to give him the view, but I'll look at the $1,200. He says it right there, $1,200.
That was the going rate at the time. It was between
that was the going rate. That was at the time
and $1,500. That was
at the time. That was 4 months ago. That was 4 months ago, and then everybody else, all the others, that over collected madness, Artisan limited to 3,000. These are it's not that hard. The who over this guy right here tells you he overspent. I think this is the one that tells you that which one is it? One of these tells you they spent over like 1,100 pounds on it. So
well, as you say, Denobi, it's not toy friends. Like you gotta, it's the
toy,
views.
it's toy business, right?
Toy business. It's the views, right?
And and then I guess then he has, and then we're back to Will Fox and Friends, and then he's now grifting, right? Grifting that Hot Toys
He's
is not
pulling a Palpatine.
You know,
I was scarred. The attack of my life has left me scarred.
right? So it's not that hard to figure out. Of course, you look at the channels here, Jedi Patrol. These are all the guys that went through pop culture or through underground trade dealers and all
Underground
this
trade dealers.
they went through like Red Reddington, and they were on the blacklist. They had suppliers like Kaiju Daddy and stuff like that.
Dude, the views are, look at them views, man.
Darkside. This is a short, but yeah, I mean that was it. Kazumuka, all these guys. But it's funny, they all admit that they overspent. If you look at any of these videos, all of them, brother cousins.
Denobi, as you say, Denobi, you want the ultimate, must be willing to pay the ultimate price.
Not like this.
Not like this.
Not like this. This path of collecting, right? This path of collecting, it's only going to take you in one direction to one specific spot. And you manage your collection recklessly like this, frivolously, you're out of control. You're out of control, Nate. I mean, that's not how you manage your collection. Absolutely not. But the blacklist, it's all because everybody that had to get their hands on the Darkside Anakin had to make sure that the world knew that they had it, right?
Yes.
So unless they attended the Star Wars Celebration, but I doubt most of these people.
That was the only way to get this piece, was Star Wars Celebration. And then people were out there were just losing their damn minds over the resale value, because getting it out of Japan's with the tariffs, they put it. So let's say, for example, you bought it through Pop Collectibles for $500 or $600, right? Pretty much the retail value over there, right? Around that price. They would get hit with tariff fees to put it up to $1,200, $1,300 when they made it at home. So there was no way to find this piece lower than freaking $1,100. There was no way. Every time you tried to, you got hit with the tariff fees. It was bad. I was hearing horror stories all over Facebook about what happened. It was crazy.
Don't make bring out
the black book. Oh, that's a good one. Also, so Ash Chase, he meant Pop Collectibles, not pop culture. Okay, Pop Collectibles.
I can't tell the difference from any the pop collectible culture, pop jazz. I don't anything with the word pop. I would just ew. I don't know. It doesn't sound. Hot Toys, I saw the customs we're doing with the Sith Eyes and copied the idea. Got to be the first, got to get those views. Yeah, I mean, that's really, really what it is. And look, I wanted the Darkside Anakin. Hell, I even traveled to Japan trying to scour one, but I still had a limit. I thought maybe I could find a retail possibility. I even met up with with Kaiju Daddy in person, and he was out. He was fresh out, and so he couldn't even have hooked me up. So this version that we're going to be introduced to, so this is going to be the second Artisan since Japan. That's the $1 million question, Demon X343. We do not know. We do not know. All we know is collectors
Two
are.
RTCs. Oh, and that too. Yes.
Yeah. How many? Jesus Christ! How many Darkside Anakins are we going to be up to now? Is this going to be?
So right now, take away the Darkside Anakin. We have 4 Anakins right now in the market. 3 of them pre-orders. Wait, no, 3 of them. 2 of them pre-orders, right? The new ones that are RSVPs.
Yeah.
Then we got the weird expression one from Clone Wars, right?
Okay.
And then we got the original Artisan Anakin Skywalker.
Damn. Is that why the Facebook Marketplace, everybody's just fucking trying to trade and sell and just this is crazy.
Yes, I'd say it's a full-scale panic. Are you having a run on the banks there yet? Well, it's rather brutal here. We're advising.
That's still one of my favorite ones, Nate. That's still one of my favorite. But that is the sentiment. That's the mentality. That is what's going on. So
Kenobi. I've also seen people selling the original Kenobi, Revenge of the Sith, with comboed with the Anakin Skywalker from the old prequels.
No.
Yes. Because they're teasing 2.0 Kenobi in the photos of the 2.0 Anakin. They're teasing 2.0 Revenge of the Sith Kenobi, and people are already selling their stuff.
It was always no. He's all jokes aside, it really is confusing now. That's where the incredible meme comes in, where Howard Chan just unfortunately doesn't give a shit anymore. Everybody is now going to get their Artisan Darkside Anakin. If it's not going to be the Japanese exclusive, it'll now be the Mustafar Artisan edition. And so, just like that, overnight, secondary market, that specific figure now takes a hit like that.
So TK Finance brought up a very good point. Remember I talked with you on the phone a few months ago when we were trying to figure out what happened to the batch of Anakin Skywalkers from Japan's, right? Yeah. Like there was no exclusives going to us. Everyone else got an exclusive Japan's Anakin Skywalker outside the United States, but not us. There was batches that went to Japan. There's batches that went to HK and what have you. We never got our batch. TK592 brought up a good point. It's speculation, but it's a good point. What if this Darth Vader, because this has not the Artisan Edition, Hot Toys, has not been posted on any social medias just yet from Hot Toys, right? What if this is the Sideshow only dropped this? They're the only ones that dropped this. What if this is just a Sideshow exclusive for us in the United States?
Oh my God. You think instead of the Japanese Brandon, it's the exact same thing. Holy shit. Thoughts and prayers to the collectors that
maybe a change of paint job, maybe, but you never know.
Oh,
Papa Howie's crafty.
This is what happens. This is what happens when you follow false prophets. Chasing, delusions of grandeur and over. That's messed up. I've said it once and I'll say it 1,000 times, man. Do not be very cautious. If anything, try not to collect backwards. If you can't get it at retail, move it along. And this is punishment. Like it's like 1,000 tears. It just all crying all at once. And I'm like, nobody told you. No one told you to
pull that credit card.
Go through these, backdoor alley dealers, to get that one figure. And cannibalizing your collection, selling, I don't know, Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, all your good shit for an Artisan Anakin that will hold its specialty for a few months. It didn't even hold its specialness for a year. Fuck it. It didn't even complete a year. It's like the
Mandalorian set.
It's syndrome. Like everybody's gonna get an Artisan, and when everybody gets an Artisan, nobody's gonna be special. F all of you. Screw you guys all. Oh man. What about the and I mean it's a good theory. It could very well be. And what about You know, look, this is very common practice. The artisan Darkside Anakin was used as a bitfig commodity. Very simple, folks. It was used as trade currency.
Trade currency.
It's trade currency. That's what, it's a bitfig, like a Bitcoin. It's a bitfig. Oh, I spent $1,000 on the artisan Darkside Anakin. It's still sealed in the shipper, and I'm going to hold on to it for a year, sell it for Christmas so I can double the price, right? Just like that. Snap of a finger. It's the same mentality. Why so many collectors were hating on the Haslab Republic gunship. So many old school collectors were sitting on those archaic, ancient gunship molds from 2002. They had 3 or 4 of them. They probably spent throughout the years to collect them. And then you introduce something that's an official 2.0, not just 20% bigger, but an overall improvement in sculpt, playability, detail, accessories, right? And what happens? You get old school vintage collectors, losing their mind, because just like that, with a snap of a finger, all those old ass gunships are essentially the poor cousin.
Series robots, but like no design I've ever seen.
Well, well. Aren't we the poor cousin?
Down here.
It's hard to find good detail on that one, but that's a good clip. I love it. That's a good
one. The poor cousin, it's just like that. And now, will the Japanese artisan Anakin become the poor cousin? Probably not. Will it suffer greatly on the secondary market? Absolutely. Yeah.
It already has. I already seen people bringing it down to at least $800.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's a bit of a downfall from its $1,200, $1,500 King. And that was the original. That was the original listing that came out yesterday morning.
That's a good price. That'll have me. I've been conservative with my pre-orders. I would pre-order that on day one. That's a good one there. $310 for December 26, with a brand new head sculpt with the addition of the eyes and so forth. So, am I going to have to synchronize my calendar and watch for this Mustafar edition? Because this one here, I'm interested. I really am. The Mustafar Artisan edition, boy. So where the artisan Anakins have asked about the reason for cash grabs, yeah, it's exactly. Meanwhile, they were cooking up the true 2.0s. Look, that Japanese version was not meant for U.S. collectors. You broke the rule. You went behind enemy lines. You essentially, cheated, right? It was meant for the artisan Japanese version. Is a phenomenal figure if you can get it at retail, and you were able to attend the celebration, right? You can have that's really, really what it was meant for. But I get it. There was a lot of people there like Raymond Reddington, and that were supplying them and essentially screwing up the market. I can only imagine what it would do. Like, especially now where things are tight, money's tight for everybody. There's just so much stuff to pre-order, and to drop $1,200 or $1,500 on something that frivolous like that is just, it's not smart. I'm telling you, folks, you really have to work with a Google spread. You have to work with a spreadsheet. You have to work with a list. You have to work with something that that creates a level of discipline for you, so that you're not in a state of panic when all of those invoices from sideshows start to bombard you, right? We can point fingers, right? Oh, well, we can say that Hot Toys, it's not right. Hot Toys doesn't respect the collector. Hot Toys, everybody loves capitalism until it's against them, right? They are a business. They're in a business to make money. Right?
Yeah, but the thing is, you could blame Hot Toys all you want, but Hot Toys has been doing this for years, though.
Yeah, this
They
is
did it
nothing
with
new.
the Mandalorian. They did it with
Nothing-
the original Anakin Skywalker. It has
Nothing.
been done before.
Yeah, nothing new. So what happens, right? The veteran collectors like me, I'm like, I'm not going to spend $1,200 and cannibalize my collection to get an artisan and figure. Let them go for this is like that type of behavior and mentality. That's year one collecting. That's essentially like the pawns.
In chess, the pawns go first. Humans and their guns.
They have no one to blame but themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
No one to blame but themselves. So
Dino brings
I'm
up a good
excited.
point, though. Dino
What's
brought
that?
up a good point. Dino brought up a good point. It's not really a Darkside Anakin. It's an amalgamation of many Anakins put into the Japanese Anakin Skywalker for the Ahsoka show. Dino. One above. Oh, hobby rewards those who are patient. Yes, that's true, Demon. Yes. The faith have been rewarded, Demon. Yes.
Mm. Yeah, the Japanese Darkside was too red. I thought it was. Look, I thought it was an attractive sculpt.
It is. I love it.
But it was not worth above its retail price because it was already marked up on the show. Even if you went to Japan, it was still like $430 something in US when you did the yen conversion. It was not cheap. It was I'm telling you, because I was in Japan in June. So, but I had the yen price for it. And yeah, it was like $420 when you convert it to US. So it wasn't even cheap. And to me, that was already at the high end. To spend that amount of money, like, okay, well, I mean, if you attended the show, the convention, right? It's a nice souvenir. It's a nice product to bring. Hell, I mean, I brought stuff back from Japan, right? I brought Mantis and that twit from Rogue One.
Oh my God, man! Put some respect. And
I forgot his
Urso, Daddy Galen Urso, my guy. Galen Daddy Urso. Okay,
yeah.
Put some respect in that name.
Look, this hobby rewards those who are patient. Oh, look at that! All right, that's a good 10 points. That's good. I like it. Yeah, patience is a virtue in this. You know, this whole everybody scratching their arms for FOMO, trying to go to their dealer for that quick hit. I'm telling you, if you don't control that urge, it'll lead you down a path of destruction. I'm telling you,
a path you can't follow.
Yeah, it is a piss poor way to manage your collection, and you're not going to last. I'm telling you. Have
people selling their DeLoreans and what have you just to pay off this Anakin Skywalker? Because that was the going rate. That was the going rate for a DeLorean back then, right? It was it was a few months ago. It was like what, the $800, $900. So that's pretty much 90% of your purchase for the Anakin. I was seeing that all over the place.
God, that kills me. You know, the whole cannibalization, just, you know, eating your leg to stay like that's no way. Not like that. Not like this. You just
not like this.
Not like this.
I still can't grab that clip. That thing is hard to get, man.
Not like this.
Not like this.
Not like this. Not like this. I got the tiny Hot Toy fridge magnets. I have those. Yeah, the little fridge magnet. I got those. I got those too. Nate, I'm glad to talk to you how to spend an eighth for that Japanese. Yeah. You know, sometimes Nate tends to fall down the dark. Yeah.
I was seduced.
Nate got a control too. I already told him I'm gonna have to take a flight out to the swamps of Georgia and vet his collection, because he's already getting it. Folks, with Nate, you gotta add like a protective shield filter, because this is Nate's the same one that told you to pre-order the Fantastic 3 Yeah.
Fantastic 3, dear Lord. I am pre-ordering the Fantastic 3. Everybody else can do whatever the hell they want. I am pre-ordering the Fantastic 3.
You were on a strict lobbying campaign, and look, I love Fantastic Four. The movie was fantastic. I thought it was
Tomy campaign. You were campaigning for the Fantastic Four line ever since the announcement of Fantastic Four.
Yes, but I also have the ability. I also have that sixth sense, that veteran collector sixth sense. Something doesn't feel right. Why is there only the Fantastic 3? Hot Toys has screwed us on multiple times, right? It's called the Fantastic Four, Nate. We need to pre-order the Fantastic Four, not the Fantastic 3.
Right? Johnny Storm from Deadpool. We got the fourth one right there. Chris Evans.
No.
Chris Evans. There you go.
No, you were preaching, and I'm just like, I go, Nate, these kids aren't going to handle with the disappointment of the Fantastic 3. They're not ready yet. They're not ready for the world. And you're like, no, then I'll be they can do it. And I'm like,
have the faith.
I go, these rookies aren't ready. They're not ready for the real world. And what happens? What happens? Chaos and mayhem. When the real Phantom Menace, the real the hidden secret is, hey, everybody's now going to get an artist in Darkside Anakin.
Yes.
So just like that specialness that you thought you had is gone. It is gone.
Where's the gambit?
Look, folks, the Fantastic Four movie, I love it. In fact, I love the soundtrack. In fact, the soundtrack
that reminds me of 4K dropped.
Yeah, and then I pre-ordered the limited edition vinyl soundtrack. That music, and it's on. I have it on Spotify or YouTube, but I listen to the music. Like I work out, like when I go hiking, I walk the dog. I love that music. Fantastic Four soundtrack is the shit. Michael Giacchino is the composer. Great guy. Love his work. But yeah, I told you, I love the movie. I want to get all of the Fantastic Four, not the Fantastic 3. I'm not in the business of collecting incomplete collections, not for what they're asking for. It's not right. It just isn't. You want a Johnny Storm? How he's going to bring you Deadpool over Johnny Storm? Exactly the reason I never pre-ordered the fan. There you go. Look at this. Agent Silver Fox knows the ways of the Force. No point in having the Terrific 3. That's really what it is. Really, really what it is. There's just, fortunately, there's no guarantee that we're going to get it for. And Johnny Storm may show up for Christmas. And when he shows up for Christmas, then I'll cross that bridge. Then I'll do my due diligence in properly managing my spreadsheet and pre-ordering them, because I do want to pre-order them, but I'm not going to pre-order the Fantastic 3. Nope.
There's some caveats. There's some caveats to make some pre-order purchases. That thing is pretty cool. Not gonna lie, the thing stands out of them. Like you could really pull him out and just put him in your X-Men groups with your Wolverine versus Wolverine, or the Thing versus the Hulk. You read the comics. Wolverine
I read
versus
the comics,
Thing versus the Hulk.
The problem is that Howard Chan is suffering through he's going through a level of madness that we've never right. He is on a 2.0 kick right now, and he's not showing any mercy to anybody. Howard Chan is out of control right now. It's really that bad. And I saw the telltale signs for over a year ago. I told you, I go, you can't sustain, like, how are you sustaining 130 pre-orders on average? Like it doesn't, the math isn't equating. And what happened, right? Everybody last year, you, Nate, you let everybody down the Terminator 2 fan base. Right?
Use me.
I'm going to use you and a few others.
My hype train is my personal it's my personal
But
collection.
Nate, you have a
okay?
responsibility to the community. They look up
That's
to
why I tell people don't do anything I would do. Another thing I wouldn't. I've actually slowed down my pre-orders. I'm at 40 right now. I'm trying to break that down. Remember, I told you I was at 90 pre-orders 2 years ago. Come on, Denobi. I was at 90 pre-orders 2 years ago. I brought it down to 40. Denobi.
you.
Denobi. Okay.
Spreadsheets, man. I'm telling you, you got to get those spread. You got to
come on, Denobi. Let's talk about some pre-orders on your spreadsheet. Remember that one time with the ghost from Haslabs? Remember you lost all that kind of money over that one? Come on now. How about you buy like 5 of them?
I am still stewing over that. That right there, that's, that I tell you what, that's Look, look what Hot Toys is doing with Darkside Anakin, right? It should be, there's a lesson to be learned within the community, right? There's a lesson. The Hot Toys Darkside Anakin is proof that collecting backwards is catastrophic. I have no beef with a sculpted dark. In fact, I'm jumping for joy. The ones that are crying foul play, those are the ones that have poorly been mismanaging their collection, cannibalizing it, right? Doing God knows what. And the Hot Toys Darkside Anakin is absolute proof that when you collect backwards, the only thing that you're going to end up with is just pain and suffering. I do like that.
Isn't it the nature of the game, Denobi? Most people won't listen. They want to do their own.
No.
They want to follow their own path, right?
No.
And then they make their mistakes and they learn from their mistakes, right? Well,
the problem is that
hope for them to learn the mistake. We hope. We hope. But the problem is that if the mistake is too catastrophic, if it's too damning, if it's too damaging, if they're not able to survive their wounds, then they get purged, then they get pruned, they disappear. Oh, I hate Hot Toys. I'm going back to Marvel Legends or Black Series or I've heard
or
those
Nesco
yeah.
or Mega. That's what happens, right? Out of frustration, right? They start pointing fingers at Hot Toys. How dare you? I worked hard to get this Darkside Anakin and Hot Toys. It's Hot Toys' fault. They're not looking out for the collector. Right? It's their fault, right, Nate?
Their fault, huh?
It's their fault. It's their fault. It's not the collector who can't control their dark urges, right? Right. Yeah.
Seduced by the dark side of the horse.
Yeah.
Pathway to many of the abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Yeah. 4K drop of Fantastic Steel book. Is that tonight? The 4K drop?
Yeah, it already did. I'll send you the link. I already bought it.
Yeah. I want to buy smart, so I'm not buying your collection. Buy smart, I'm not buying your collection later. Oh shit! There was a point. It was a couple months ago that every time I would log on to Instagram, it seemed like there was an Instagram live stream sale of Hot Toy collectors selling their shit. Like it was really bad. I'm not kidding. Especially like in July. What's that?
Wow.
Remember that?
Was reminding me. Yeah.
Remember that in July? I was like, every time I would log into Instagram, I'm like, oh, there's another live stream and another collector liquidating their collection. Look, I still love.
I love Hot Toys.
I love Hot Toys, but they haven't been razzle and dazzling me, right? There are other companies out there that are doing a better job. The Haslab, I just came up. The Haslab, the Republic gunship. I saw the future with the Republic gunship. I saw the opportunity. I saw the scope.
The futurist, ladies and gentlemen. The futurist.
I did. I'm going to tell you right now, the Haslab Republic gunship that's going to be a perfect example of history punishing those who didn't back it. 100%. That's a small batch. It's a kick-ass. I mean, we're going to be entering the Clone Wars. I mean, Hasbro is going to be going hard on the vintage collections. And we're going to see, Clone Trooper Wolf, Clone Trooper Fox, Clone Trooper Antelope, Clone Trooper Zebra. You're going to see all those wacky, all of that in the vintage series being released to accommodate the Republic gunship. And those who didn't back it and they see all this stuff, those cool ass multi-point vintage series figures, they're not going to want to be displayed on your 25-year-old molded gunship from 2002. Ew. No, you're going to want the brand new Republic gunship. Luckily for you folks, I happen to back multiple ones. I mean, I'll offer a viewer discount of 10%, off of the market price, because I'm a generous streamer.
Oh boy, how many collectors have come to you about that 10% discount, my man? You must have had laundry list of collectors come in like, yo, that Haslab or that Tomy. Can I get that? Can I get the handshake trade there? You know what I mean? Can I get the best friends discount?
Yeah. What is this? The Frank Knight. Does anybody know they repainted chip head sculpts? I dropped my Artisan. Anakin.
No.
What were you doing, dude? Were you recreating Anakin? I have the high ground. Were you? Did you drop him off the coffee table?
Oh.
What? What did you do to your Anakin that his nose got chipped? Or were you recreating the I have the high grounds? I have no idea.
You will have to go to social media to find yourself someone that can do the repaints, and that's going to be tough. I wonder if that is a joke. I
think
because,
so.
Damn.
It could very well be. It could very well.
That hurts though. Like the times I've seen that is when people have them on top of their DTOFs, like Lane. Lane has his figures on top of his DTOF, and sometimes they just whoop.
Yeah.
They just,
Did you let's back this one here. So this is like, I'm looking at the hot toy announcements. This is why I go into slumber, because everything here is boring other than the dark side. Like the classic brown tan Wolverine.
John Brown tan. Yep.
Yeah.
Lasted for an hour or about 45 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. I think this is, they're all going to start lasting very shortly, because I don't think Hot Toys is doing large batches anymore. They are pumping and dumping them just as fast as they're just.
This one was pretty big. I think it was 4,000 for these.
Was it like worldwide or?
Yeah, it tells you right there. No, worldwide. It tells you right there on the top. It was a big batch for these.
Okay.
There you go. What's that?
And my thing, like I said, to me, this was a big yawn.
3,000. That was a good number. Damn.
Yeah, I see it. It looks fine. It's a great. But how many Wolverines do you need from this film, right? So what, out of the 10 Wolverine cameos, what are you going to collect all of them? Right? Remember when he was going through the timelines and the universes? If Hot Toys feels that they can milk you, are you going to get them all?
Giving Ash Chase a challenge here. Okay.
What's that?
Ash Chase. He's trying to get them all. He's trying to get all the Wolverines.
That's too much. Yeah, that's.
Well, I'm in the same boat with them, so I'm looking to collect the Deadpool Wolverine set.
I'm reading at Padme, but shouldn't be. I was reading some of these comments here. It adds a very quickly data list drops to 17th figure FedEx type D. Padme. Blah. Hey Nate, off topic, but my wife got me the T1000 I was like, nah, for reals.
Congratulations! Wow, that's a nice gift. That's a
Yeah,
nice gift. She's
yeah,
awesome. She is freaking awesome. Gifting you the T1000 T800. Wow.
yeah. Good deal. And then what else? What other snoozers? Batman XE suit, to me, that's an easy pass. Artisan John Wick, and that's another snooze. And then another Fractal Armor suit. Like, I just, no.
It's not waitlisted. It's Sideshow Shenanigans, the illusion. It's still
Yeah.
up for pre-order. Yeah.
Because I'm being overwhelmed with so much stuff to buy and stuff. I've had to just essentially pump the brakes on the Iron Man suits. If
Mr.
the
Denobi.
suit, yeah, if it doesn't have a cinematic representation, if it wasn't seen on film, I have to pass on it. These creative licensed versions, I can't do it anymore, Nate. I don't have the space. There's just too much shit that I want to get, so I can't do it. You know, no. So easy pass. So stuff like this, it's not. This is what I was talking about, where there's other companies that are wooing me, that are getting me excited to collect their products, to play with their products. Hot Toys has not been delivering that as of late. It seems like 1 out of every 10 pre-order announcements, something may capture my imagination or my attention. But like stuff like this, people know I love Iron Man, but not like this. Like
Not
no,
like this.
not like this. This is like no. This is, to me, this is it's empty calories, right? It's a distraction from the real prize. What if I had dumped all my money or whatever, and I'm only limited per one figure a month, and then the Artisan Anakin drops, which is the one I really want? Like, this is where, as a collector, you have to manage properly. You have to make those tough decisions. And
Now, Denobi,
Hmm?
my question to you is, you would have more space for these Iron Mans if you sold those dinosaurs behind you. I'm just saying.
No.
How about them dinosaurs? Come on, they're a figment of the past. Okay, are they even real? Okay, come on.
Diplomatic immunity. Diplomatic immunity on my dinosaurs. And by the way, those dinosaurs back there, that's part of the Hammond collection. I don't just get their little.
The Hammond collection.
I only buy the Hammond collection. So the dinosaurs in the back, if it's because there's like the kitty version dinosaur, and then there's the Hammond collection. Like the last one I just bought that's up there is the Stegosaurus. So if it's not Hammond, it doesn't go up in the dinosaur, and I love them. I'm gonna tell you right now, Mattel knocks it out of the park with the dinosaurs. Love it, love it, love it. So if it's part of the Hammond collection, 100%. 1/6 scale to I saw that in Japan.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, but it wasn't. It didn't razzle dazzle me. So it wasn't. Wow. It was fine. Yeah. Dinobots. Get the fuck out of here. What's wrong with these kids?
I love my Dinobots. Come on now.
Dinobots. Come on. Come on now. This show's for grown-ups. Come on. This thing, this ain't K-pop. What's going on here? What's going on? Wednesday Adams is a very nice figure. I won't pre-order her, but I will probably chase her down after release because she is a one-off figure, and it's very unique. I can definitely, it's nice. I can definitely see myself getting her. Not pre-ordering her, but once she gets released, I can definitely see myself chasing her. I think this is a nice one right here. The Wednesday Adams. What else? Then there's a Nightwing that was it was resurrected, and then Armor Iron Man 3 suit up. So there's a few suits here, a few pieces here. Did I grown ups speaking on Wednesday like that? There you go. Oh, touche. Like that. That's good. Have I ever told you my theory? My Hot Toys fever theory.
Hot Toys fever.
Yeah. Would you folks out there would you like me to share my theory? I call it the Hot Toys fever theory.
The juice is loose.
The juice is loose. All right, so very simple. When the human body experiences a fever, right, gets sick, what it does, it raises its body temperature, right? It does that, and also produces the white blood cells, but it does that to kill the infection, like the bacteria or that germ inside your body. By raising your body temperature to a certain degree, what it does, it kind of creates a purge, right? It eliminates the threat by your body putting itself into a fever. It gets rid of things in the area in its vicinity that pose a threat to its overall ecosystem. What I've theorized that Hot Toys could be doing is over pumping, oversaturating the market to the point that it's not so much about profitability, but it's about raising the temperature, raising the threat level so high that it eliminates its competition because it can't keep up. Essentially pushing them out. Why do you need to go to these clowns at InArt when we're just throwing more and more? What do they have? What? InArt Wonder Woman. We got Predator. You want Darkside Anakin. You get a Darkside Anakin. She gets a Darkside Anakin. More. What's InArt doing? F InArt. We're gonna razzle dazzle you with classic brown and tan Wolverine because we know that you're suckers, right? What's Jazz Inc. doing? Forget about Jazz Inc. How about yellow and blue Wolverine from, more Wolverines? What do you want? Raise it up, produce more white blood cells. You, Tsunami 2, more Iron Mans. See, what Hot Toys doesn't realize is that I'm vaccinated against their distractions, right? Their mind powers doesn't work on me, right? You're raising the temperature, you're raising the stakes within an already sensitive collecting market. How can anybody, how can any toy company survive when you have Hot Toys overproducing, giving the collectors what they want, distractions, right? Waving the little bell, the little crystal, the Iron Man, I mean, Nate, they have you. I've told you, the lore, the every time Hot Toys pumps out something new, you're doing cartwheels, and I'm like, Broken Tusk Predator, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, come on, put some respect in that name. That's the original Predator that killed the first Xenomorph. Put some respect in that name. Come on now.
So, by raising the temperature, by raising the threat level, what has its competitors, because to be number one, to stay up there, you have to be aggressive, you have to be very competitive, and you have to do whatever it takes to eliminate your competition. And look at InArt's fragile state. They're fossils. What are they doing? Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot, Kal-El, no. Right? What has InArt been doing? InArt, I mean, they've pushed InArt off a cliff. What? The Harry Potter and the kids? Really? What has InArt done as of late that is wow, right? What have we been talking about the last several months? Right now, the big buzz is Mustafar Artisan Edition. Everybody now also gets a Darkside Anakin, right? What have they been doing? Nothing. In art, exactly. Boom, right there. Demon
Yeah,
X343. He's on fire tonight. Exactly. In art hoop.
He's having fun.
In art hoop. What is this Dutch twit been doing over in the Netherlands? Jazzing. Bat 66 Bat Cave? Really?
Oh boy.
Adam West. That's his wow factor? No. It's this. That's where my theory comes in, where it's not so much about profitability. It's about squeezing out the competition by raising the temperature in the market. That's my Hot Toys fever theory. Thank you, folks. Thank you. I'll be here.
Thank you. Thank you, Tomy, for your tech talk.
That was my TED talk. That was my TED talk. That was my TED talk.
But here's the thing, Denobi.
Hmm.
Jazz Inc. is doing stuff that Hot Toys has not done yet, as far as like characters 1/6 scales, right?
Jazz Inc. is doing shit.
It's not for me. It's not for me because it's all about that damn freaking quality control issue with them. It's not for me. But there's collectors out there that will take the risk. Will take the plunge.
I'm sure that the 14 people that follow him, I'm sure that they will.
The 14 people. Oh my god.
You know, like what? It's Jazz. It shouldn't even be called Jazzing Dioramas. It should just now be called Jazzing Batman Incorporated, because that's all he does. It's just Batman. So he's painted himself into a corner. If you love Batman, cool, right? I mean, throw the party, but unfortunately, we live in a world where there is more than one pop cultural IP within the zeitgeist, and Batman is cool, but there's also Superman, there's also Marvel, there's Ninja Turtles, etc., Star Wars, and he's essentially painted himself into a corner, making products. So I mean, and he's making 1/6 scale figures now.
Yes.
Oh God rest. Oh my God.
The Penguin and the Catwoman right now from Returns.
Yeah, that no.
And you'll love this one. The different SKUs as well. Oh, you love the SKUs, Denobi, don't you? The multiple SKUs.
Multiple SKUs. He's gonna burn. He's gonna hot toys. I'm telling you, Howard Chan. He's pulling a syndrome on him. He goes, I bet you there's gonna be a 2.0. Like Jazz ain't going into 1/6 scale. He's stirring the hornet's nest. I'm gonna tell you this right now. He's looking for trouble from Hot Toys. He absolutely is.
You got to give him credit. He did manage to get that license from WB. So you got to give him credit for that.
Well, shouldn't he? What do you want me to do? Wake the president, give him a medal? I mean, I thought they went out of business. I thought they got Exo-6 are making J.J. Abrams Spock. I thought they went out of business because I attended the Star Trek convention here in Las Vegas, which is held at the Rio, and their booth was empty. So I thought they folded and packed and went back to Singapore or wherever. I thought they were done. I honestly, I'm like, maybe folks just woke up from that fever nightmare of Exo-6 figures looking all shitty, and I thought they folded, honestly. Exo-6, what an insult to Star Trek. God damn.
I'm surprised they're working on the Kelvin timeline right now.
I as act of desperation, maybe. I don't even know who's buying that stuff. I think that dude on YouTube, Ben Thomas, is still getting wet for them, I think. And I don't know who else on YouTube even gives it, other than 6 Scale Mafia, or if he's still affiliated with them or not. I don't know, but
I believe he still is. So.
Yeah, I just Exo-6 is something that should just shoot fly you bother me. Like they shouldn't even be in the playground anymore. They're like the last kid when you're picking for a team. You don't. I'll pick Norbit. You know.
Oh,
Like-
Denobi, I gotta get you. I got you one to ruffle your feathers. What if Tomy comes in and does the Kelvin timeline, the Vengeance, the USS Vengeance?
They won't because they all hate that J.J. Abrams universe. I know them all, so they won't do it. Yeah. I also yeah.
When it comes with Tomy, do they pick what they want to do, or does the
No, they
company
get to
that owns Star Trek they
do the survey, but majority it is like a committee that they get to vote on and stuff like that. And then every now and then they'll do a survey for anybody that backs their products, like what is it? I thought I had the survey. Like, let me see. If I put you like this, would this work?
Also, you could edit too. You can edit everything now too on StreamYard.
Yeah. So, like when you would back one of the products, you'd see a survey like that. Like, click here to help select the next crowdsource fund. So that's how we ended up getting the D7, and they put the Enterprise D there. But I can tell you on good authority, they're never going to make the Enterprise D diecast because they all have a thing that they want to make.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, it'll be like 6 feet if they made it in the 1/350 scale, right? And
6 feet.
Yeah, it'll be 6 feet if they made it in the same scale as the Enterprise A and the original Enterprise, the TOS Enterprise. Yeah.
How much would that be? 6 feet. How much would that be?
How
if
much
they end up doing it?
It would probably be just under $2,000 because of the tooling. Yeah, it would be because of the tool. Yeah, I mean it would be just under 6 feet at that scale. And they've already said that any of the ships that they do, they want them all to be in scale and relative to each other. So I've already put my chip in the hat. I can tell you, and I'm willing to bet that Voyager is coming up next. It'll be Voyager.
Ooh, the Voyager.
Because Voyager in that scale works very, very well. Voyager would work in that scale. They mentioned Defiant, Deep Space Nine. They mentioned something else too. They also mentioned redoing the Enterprise refit, but instead of the refit, it would be the A. Because next year is the 60th anniversary, or is it 60? There's an anniversary for Star Trek next year. So we're getting 2 Star Trek diecast ships back in next year. So we may see the A, and the A is slightly different. Like it doesn't have the arboretum. The refit has the garden, the arboretum on the body, but the A does not. So there'll be some slight modifications as well as like the paint. So again, this is me speculating, but if I had to bet, I would say Voyager is next, especially since they took a dump on since they took a dump on the D7 back, and they didn't do really, really well on that. So give me the Enterprise. Yeah, I just, like I said, I just they're really finicky. These are just like old dudes who grew up with the original Star Trek, and they want everything to be in scale. I mean, they can still make the Enterprise D if they're pushed from upper management, but I'm going to tell you, Voyager, the way he described Voyager, where it would have like the landing struts, and it would, and they even said they would even go as far as making the captain's yacht. It would disengage from underneath Voyager. So they said that if they ever did Voyager, the captain's yacht would disengage, and it would have the landing struts, and the warp nacelles would go up and down. Whether or not it would be motorized, I don't know, but it would definitely have that incorporated onto it. So, and then Voyager right now, by far out of the 90 shows, is the most viewed, most popular. So they could make a killing doing Voyager. Everybody wants Voyager, definitely want Voyager, but the Borg technology and future armor technology. Yeah, Voyager went through some modifications. during the show. If it got the Star Trek license, 6 I would be doing a yard sale. If Hot Toys got Hot Toys wouldn't touch the Star Trek license. It's so convoluted.
Why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they touch the?
They don't need to, because think about it. It's Hot Toys is on the playground and they're picking IPs on which to be profitable. They see Star Trek and then they go over to James Bond. I'll pick you, James Bond. Get in here. Like, they don't. If they wanted Star Trek, they could have had Star Trek. And
how about Blitzway? Since they're coming back into the game with 1/6, could they?
Blitzway could probably, but Star Trek, no. I just don't see them. They just have no interest in it. They've had multiple opportunities to grab that license, and I mean, look at what they're picking Kamen Rider. I'll pick you, Kamen Rider. Star Trek, no. James Bond, okay.
One Piece, let's go.
Yeah. Wednesday from Netflix. I mean, they're more interested in Netflix shows than a legacy IP like Star Trek. Think about it. They're putting their bets on Netflix shows, right? One Piece and all this stuff. They see more value in Netflix shows than a legacy IP. But again, I don't blame Hot Toys because Star Trek has just been mismanaged poorly the last.
That's true.
decade.
That is very true. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree on that. The mismanagement
Yeah.
on these shows with Star Trek has been
Yeah.
like.
So, and that's how I know that because I know these guys, they're not touching any of this new woke shit from Paramount Plus. They're not touching the Discovery show. They're not touching Strange New Worlds. They're not touching any of that garbage. The animated Trek, none of that. Ew. Ugh. None of that crap. They're not touching any of that. So it's going to be Kirk. They mentioned Enterprise B. Somebody in the team mentioned Enterprise B from the Nexus. Yeah. See, that's the thing, though. How would you do the Enterprise B? Because would you do it a clean version of the Enterprise B
Or battle damage?
Battle damage with the Nexus? Yeah, because someone had mentioned that. Yeah, that's a gorgeous ship. I would love. Yeah, that in 1/350th scale would do very, very, very good. Yeah,
it's a nice legacy. It's like a nice legacy premium look to it. Yeah. Wow. It's
Enterprise B would do good. And then the other one is
luxury. There you go. The luxury. It has a luxury feel for it.
Yeah. Which is the one that Khan kidnapped? It was the Reliant, right? Was it called the Reliant? Yeah.
I think it was a Reliant.
That's on. Yeah.
He taxed me.
He taxed me. I shall have him. I shall follow him, the rings of Nebula and all that. Next year, folks, kids, save your pennies, man. If you're a big fan of the Star Trek diecast from Tomy, there's 2 campaigns next year, 2 of them, and I'm telling you, I'm going to bet money. Voyager's going to be one of them, and I'm going to lose my shit. They're going to print money with Voyager. They're going to print money with Voyager. Yeah, one easy, very, very easy. If I think I've covered everything. Got my notes. Nate, I think I'm ready for bed. And Scarlett, you ready for bed, big girl? What is it, Mama? Scarlett, come here, Mama. You want to say goodnight? Come here, big girl. Come here, Scarlett. You want to say goodnight? No, she's acting weird. Scarlett, come here. Come here, big girl. Come here. Acting like a baby. Come here.
Oh, there she is.
There you go. Hey,
Bird baby.
There you go. There you go. We gotta say goodnight. She's at my ready. Go. Me and Scarlett, we go on adventures at night. Hiking adventures. There you go, big girl. All right. She's telling me she wants to go to bed. All right. All right, folks. Let's
Denobi.
What
did you tell everybody about your a bit of a birthday splurge you did recently?
Next live stream. Next live. I got ink, folks. I don't know though. I haven't lotioned it up though. It needs to get lotioned.
Look at that.
the Chinese zodiac dragon, and everybody's special.
Huh? Oh, come on! You gotta admit this is cool! Just like a movie! The robot will emerge dramatically, do some damage, thrones of screaming people, and just when all hope is lost, Syndrome will save the day! I'll be a bigger hero than you ever were.
You mean you killed off real heroes so that you could pretend to be one?
Oh, I'm real. Real enough to defeat you! And I did it without your precious gifts, your oh-so-special powers. I'll give them heroics. I'll give them the most spectacular heroics anyone's ever seen! And when I'm old and I've had my fun, I'll sell my inventions so that everyone can be superheroes. Everyone can be super. And when everyone's super, no one will be.
When everybody